Hey there my friends, how are you? Today I'm going to show you a fantastic way that you can triple at Town Hall 11 with the Queen Walk Miners. That's right, the Queen Walk Miner attack that everybody loves to run. Today I'm going to show you how to break it down. I'm going to give you all of the pro tips, and that's getting started right now. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Captain Nemo. Welcome to another video. Today, you and I are going to be looking at some really amazing hits for Town Hall 11. We're going to be using miners. We're going to triple bases with it. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that. Let me make myself a little bit smaller. Before I get started, make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell because you don't want to miss out for all the fantastic things that are happening here, live streams and etc. Follow me on my Twitter and my Discord. Super awesome place. You definitely want to come down and check that out there. And let's get started with the first hit. First up, we're gonna have Tiz. Tiz is going to show us how to run the Queen Charge Queen Walk Miner with the Hog attack. This is a fantastic way to triple. There's a lot of these attacks running around. We're going to be using a whole bunch of different troops, right? We're going to use a loon, right? That's a coconut loon, and a baby dragon. That's to create and establish a funnel. We want to make sure that our queen walks towards the south, and that's what we're doing. Queen's going in, a loon in the front to make sure we pull more traps, and then we have the healers behind the queen. We have the king and a couple of wizards behind on the other side, and that's of course to take out the town hall and again further create that funnel that we want to do. That's the idea here. The miners go into the base into a nice funneled area with the hogs behind them. We make sure that we lay the heals down across all of the miners and the hogs because they're in a narrow runway or a path right into the core of the base. We're able to kind of make sure that we get all of them that way and then punch into the base, take out the key things, and then triple. That's what we do. So let's see here. Now, miners are going into the base because we have a nice little runway right here for the archer tower, and they're going to go directly into the eagle artillery. You want to take that out. The grand warden is behind, making sure that the ore is over there. The miners and the hogs are in the base. We're keeping the stone slammer at this point on the back end, making sure that we're going to send it directly into that inferno. That's what he's doing over here, taking stuff out. The queen walk is still punching into the base. The main army is going right into the heart of the base, taking that out. The stone slammer is providing extra support. Popped the queen over here. You actually popped that wall and is able to let the queen reach that multi-inferno. Everything else is still going into the base. We're at the second inferno right now. We're using freeze spells on that inferno to keep that alive, so the miners, or to keep that frozen so the miners can stay alive, which they did. They're alive. They're still cleaning up the rest of the base. The stone slammer is still full. We got the queen walk that's still charging from the south. Everything is still good, right? I mean, there's really not that much left. What's in the stone slammer? That's right, we have more hogs in the stone slammer to take out the rest of the defenses. We have a couple of wizards behind. They're gonna do some cleanup. And that is all she wrote, my friends. This is a really good way to go. You can also, instead of the stone slammer, use a siege barracks as well. That works also. That's going to give you an extra packer and 12 wizards, which is a nice thing to do as well. It really depends what you want to do. A stone slammer, a siege barracks, one of the ways. It's really up to you. In this particular attack and in this base, he decided to use the stone slammer, and it worked out really well. One hog, queen walk, and then one wizard for the win. That's right, we're gonna take that out, bring home 100% triple, walk away like a boss. Let's check out the next minor hit. Next up, we're gonna watch Arya. Arya Ready is going to be able to she's gonna run a different type of attack. I'm assuming that's a she. So what are we doing here? We're going to run a whole bunch of miners. We're going to have that siege barracks right here with the hogs coming out of it, right? This is a queen charge because there's a jump in there as well. So let's see what she does with this attack. It's a little bit of a different variation of what we saw previously, but again, it's very effective. It works really well against even like a lot of Town Hall 13s and 12s run this attack. It's just super OP. So we're gonna have the baby dragon with the coconut loon in the front on the north. We're gonna have the king right there on the west. We are creating a nice little runway. Remember, that's what you want to do. Create a runway into the base and send your miners in, right? That way you can use your heal spells very nicely and etc. So the queen is gonna come in right there on the east. Actually the south, I'm sorry, with the wizard behind. We're making sure that we're getting the queen charge into the base. He's gonna jump in and take out the multi-inferno, take out the enemy queen, and pull the clan castle. She. those are important things to do when you're running your miners or the hogs. You want to take out the clan castle, you want to take out the queen. It's important. The queen, not as much as the clan castle. Definitely want to take out the clan castle. So the charge into the base is actually super OP. If you notice, it's going to provide a lot of value. Let me pause that for a second and take a look at the dragon coming out of the CC. That will destroy the miners and the hogs. You don't want that to happen. That's why you run a queen charge and you take out the clan castle. Siege barracks is going to go right on top over here. We're going to clean up and make sure that the P.E.K.K.A. and the wizards walk through the base and get that out. And that is what is going to be a perfect way for us to send our miners into the base, right? And that's kind of what is happening. Notice the miners are going directly into the base, into that multi-inferno. And we're going to go in with the warden behind. The warden's aura is going to protect all the miners. We're going to keep pushing into the base. We still have wizards and the P.E.K.K.A. coming out of the siege barracks, right? So that provided a whole bunch of value. And now we're going into the base. The queen is still charging into the base from the south, and then everything else is going in from the north to the east. This is really nice. We have hogs coming out of the siege barracks, and that's going to provide a whole bunch of value. It's going to provide reinforcements for the rest of our troops while the miners are being healed and still staying in the center of the base. We're going to take out the eagle artillery to make sure that we keep pushing. And then, of course, the queen charge is going to be getting pretty close. We're going to pop her, take that out, and really at this point, there's not that much left. Our hogs, our miners, our queen charge, we got wizards, we got a couple of minions to start the cleanup. This is OP. This attack works really well. I really like it. It works really well with the hogs. It works really well with more hogs or less hogs. You know, in this case, we brought more miners, less hogs. In the last case, we brought less miners, but more hogs. Either way, it's about base identification. You can use a stone slammer. You can use a siege barracks. It's really up to you how you want to run this attack, but it works really well both ways. As you notice, right now, Arya is coming out with a triple like an absolute boss. What did she do? She used the right base identification. She made sure that she funneled the queen and charged her into the base, took care of the multi-inferno, the enemy queen, and the clan castle, then send out the siege barracks to funnel on one side, the queen to funnel down another, create a runway for the miners into the base, walked away with the triple. Really nice work. Ladies and gentlemen, I just showed you two different ways that you can run miners at Town Hall 11 and be an absolute boss. That's right, we checked them out. We give you some replays, all the pro tips. This is how you can rip apart almost any Town Hall 11 base. These are really fantastic hits. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, make sure to smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. We have a lot of exciting stuff going on. You want to make sure you hit the bell. Come on down to our Discord and definitely follow me on my Twitter. I have a lot of exciting stuff going on there. While you're here, check out this video. This is a really awesome one, and I'll see you there.